Welcome back to The Real Story. Homeland Security on heightened alert now for potential terrorist attacks over the 4th of July weekend. And there's new concern that someone already here in America could launch an attack on behalf of ISIS.
We know that every day Syrians are sending Twitter calls to arms to followers in the United States to take up arms and hit military installations, law enforcement, and the latest threat stream.
You're saying every day that's coming out of Syria.
Every day there are Twitter messages coming out, directives to Americans to kill the infidel. And I think that's one of the biggest concerns I have. It's a hard one to stop because there's so many of them, and they're already in the United States.
So the House Homeland Security Committee releasing a new terror threat snapshot. Take a look at your screen there. ISIS terror threats have doubled this year. Homegrown terror plots have tripled in the past 5 years. Number of foreign fighters in Syria and Iran jumped by 80% since last June. And supporters of ISIS are now posting 200,000 messages online a day. Gillian Turner has served on the White House National Security Council staff under both President Bush and President Obama. She's also a Fox News contributor. Gillian, it's great to have you in the studio. When you look at those stats, though, and then you hear Mike Morell a couple of days ago saying that he would be shocked if we don't have some sort of domestic attack in the next few days, what do we do?
You know, the coming few days are really a sort of perfect storm of auspicious conditions for either a planned or a terrorist attack, because we've got Ramadan ongoing, the one-year anniversary of ISIS's caliphate, and American independence. So this is why, from a counterterrorism perspective, this is a particularly dangerous time, and the Department of Homeland Security, National Counterterrorism Center, and the FBI have issued this collective joint warning.
Yeah, so the FBI setting up command centers to monitor the terrorist threats over the 4th of July weekend. We just heard Mike McCall say that every single day on the internet now and social media, we're getting calls from Syria and elsewhere, hey, come join the jihad. How do you stop that? What do we do?
That's the billion-dollar question, really. You know, just a couple of months ago, FBI Director Mueller acknowledged publicly that he's got open investigations in all 50 states, here at home, nationwide, involving either terrorist threats or suspected individuals, vulnerable individuals, and that's a real cause for concern. You know, another thing that people have been talking about is that when the threats happening overseas, you know, like the attack in Grenoble, France on Friday showed us that ISIS doesn't really need to penetrate U.S. soil to attack Americans and our way of life here at home. They can do it from anywhere. Interesting.
Okay, so when we hear that there is an increase in chatter, but that there are not necessarily specific plots, what does that mean?
In intelligence community parlance, this can mean one of two things. That either they are aware that an attack is imminent, but they haven't been able to nail down the specifics, such as the perpetrators, the location, the exact timing, or it means that they've got these specifics, but the source of the information is not yet 100% verifiable, whether it's coming from human intelligence, signals intelligence, or geospatial.
Oh, very interesting. So we all need to be on high alert for the next couple of days and hope that the predictions are wrong. Gillian, thank you.